Have you ever heard of the famous red Yao women in China? They have the longest hair in the world. They are known for their incredibly long and healthy hair. And one traditional practice that is often associated with their long hair is rice water. Now, there is something that most video don't tell you. It is not just enough to soak or boil rice in water and then use it on your hair. No, there's a right way to prepare it, a wrong way that many people have been using unknowingly, and even a simple trick to reduce the smell of the rice. So since so many of you have asked me in my last video to make a video on how to use rice water for hair growth after seeing my baby food recipes, today I'm going to show you exactly how I make rice water for fastest hair growth from start to finish. Hey Chopstars, it's your favorite chubby nutritionist, and today I am back with another different banger. This is not a baby food recipe, but this is something that is very powerful and can help your baby's hair to grow, and even you as a mother, it will help you to have a very long hair. So today I am making the most powerful rice water you have ever seen on the streets of YouTube, and this rice water is very potent and can help you or your baby's hair to grow very massively in the space of 2 weeks. So for this recipe we are using half cup of rice. You can use any rice of your choice. It doesn't matter the kind of rice. You can use local rice, basmati rice, any kind of rice you have at your disposal is very fine. Now transfer the rice straight up into a bowl and then give it a wash. Now you can see that my rice is pretty clean, but we just need to give it a wash to get out all the dirt, the dust, or anything that can contaminate the rice. So I'm just washing the rice here. I don't want to go to the sink. I just want everything to be very visible to you. Now, if you feel your rice is very clean, you may skip this process. But you know, sometimes rice comes with a lot of bug, weevils and all of that, so you need to get rid of them to make sure that your rice water is going to come out very fine. Now you're just going to swirl them around once or twice, and once you notice that it's becoming cloudy, just go ahead and drain off the water. I don't like to throw away the water I got from this rice because I believe that there are a lot of nutrients in the rice water. So all I'm going to do is to use it to water my plants. I have a little garden at the back of my house, so I just transfer the water to water the plants, and that will be very useful. So next up, I'm going to add a generous amount of water into a kettle, and I'm going to bring it to a boil. And once it boils, we're going to allow it to cool down to become very warm. And now all I did next was to transfer the rice into a glass jar or a glass bowl. I'm actually using a glass bowl because I don't want the hot water to affect the plastic. So glass is always very healthy and better. You can use a plastic if that is what you want, but I decided to use a glass bowl like this. And I transfer 3 cups of the distilled warm water into the rice. Now why I am using this warm water is to bring out all the nutrients. Now, I usually like to go by the Yao Women's recipe. Like everything I did here was from the Yao Women's recipe except for boiling the rice. Like the Yao women love to boil their rice. But I just noticed that when you boil the rice, a lot of nutrients get lost in the process of boiling. So I decided to use a warm water, and it gives the same effect as that of the Yao women. Next up, we'll be using a citrus fruit, and here I have a clementine. You can use an orange or a pomelo. The Yao women use pomelo fruit, but I haven't seen a pomelo in my lifetime, so I'm replacing the pomelo with a citrus fruit. Now, what we need from this citrus is just the skin. So I am taking out the skin of the clementine, and this will help the rice water to smell very nice. Rice water on its own when fermented smells very badly, and this is one thing I said I was going to teach you that is not very common on the internet. When you use citrus fruit like this, you get the best aroma from your rice water. So apart from the clementine removing the awful smell from the rice, it also makes the hair to be very silky. There is this thing that this orange peel or clementine peel does to the hair. It makes it so silky and smooth. So that's another medicinal value of the citrus fruit. You'd also be needing a jar or a cup to transfer the rice and the water into it, and I recommend a glass jar. This is because it helps you to see the content and everything you are doing. And then all we have to do next is to transfer the rice and the water into the glass jar. Now please make sure that the glass is airtight. Yeah, if it is not airtight, your water can get spoiled, it can get mold, or grow germs or bacteria. So make sure that the jar you are using is completely airtight. Now, this is one factor that predicts if your rice is going to come out well or not. So once you have your glass jar, generously transfer all the rice and the water inside the glass bottle. Remember that the rice has been sitting in the water for quite some time now before we transfer it into the jar. And once it is in the jar, go ahead and put your orange peels right into the jar. Next up, you'll be needing an essential oil, and here I have my coconut oil. Coconut is very good for the hair. It makes the hair very silky. It helps with growth. It nourishes the hair and all of that. So for this, you need just one cover of the coconut oil. If you have rosemary oil, fine, you can use it. If you have lavender oil, you can still use it. And now to one of the ingredients that makes the rice water very potent is rosemary, fresh rosemary leaves. Now, if you don't have fresh rosemary leaves, just go ahead and use your dried rosemary, the one you have in your kitchen that you're using to make your stew. Just go ahead and use it. It is very potent and it works wonders in the rice water. And now for this dry rosemary, you can find it in your local store, in your local market where they sell herbs, spices for stews and all of that. Now for this dried rosemary, just go ahead and use your measuring spoon to scoop out 1 tablespoon of the dried rosemary depending on the quantity of rice water you are making. But for this quantity of rice water, we just need 1 tablespoon of the dried rosemary, and we're going to scoop it into the spoon and transfer it straight up into our jar. And if you don't have any rosemary available, don't worry. We're just going to talk about what you can incorporate into the rice water later in the video. Just make sure you watch the video from beginning till the end. There are substitutes for all of this, which I am still going to teach you. Now, when you have measured out your 1 tablespoon of rosemary leaves, just go ahead and pour it right straight into the jar. And once you've done that, make sure you stir the rice water very well so that the rosemary gets soaked into the rice water as well as the essential oil we dropped inside. Now, one thing you should always try to do is to make sure that the jar you are using to soak this rice water is an airtight container, because any air exposure to the rice water will contaminate your rice water and you will not get the best results. So the best thing I usually advise is to make sure it is airtight and there is no atom of air penetrating into the rice water. Now once you're done with that, just make sure you remove any rosemary that is on top of the jar, clean it up very well, and you're going to keep this in a dark corner of your room. It can be at the kitchen top, it can be beside the refrigerator, it can be in the cupboard, just anywhere that it doesn't come in contact with harsh light. And so once you have all of this in your rice water, you can see how beautiful this looks already. Now this is not just beautiful, it is also beneficial. So I'm going to be keeping this in my cupboard, and we're going to allow it to ferment for the next 24 hours so that it can release all the antioxidants and all the goodness from the rice water, and so that the rice would swell and ferment for the time it is being stored in the cupboard. And so after 24 hours, we just have to bring out our rice water from the cupboard, and this is what we have. And I would strongly advise, if you want to make this rice water, try not to make it on your wash day, because you may be tempted to use it that particular day. Just make it some days before your wash day so that you have your rice water ready. And because rice water is more than just fermenting for 24 hours. There is more to the fermentation than 24 hours. When you ferment for just 24 hours, you may not really get the antioxidants and nutrients from the rice water according to the Yao women recipe. And so we're just going to remove the orange peel from the rice water, and we're also going to remove the rosemary leaves from the rice water, all of the orange peel and all of the rosemary leaves. Now we're not going to throw away this orange peel and rosemary that we extracted from the rice water. We're just going to set it aside, and we'll transfer the rice water into a bowl, a glass bowl like this. And so you would want to remove all the stripes of rosemary that you have in the rice water, because we are getting to the best part of the making of this rice water. So just go ahead and remove every little bit of the rosemary you have in the water. You don't want to have any remnants inside the water, because this is the most important part of this particular recipe. Now, at this point, a lot of people will prefer to boil their rice at this point. That is to get out all the milky, cloudy rice water, the milky stuff from the rice water. But for me, I just prefer to rub it in between my hands, like make sure that I extract all of the goodness of the rice. Now I'm going to just like rub this in between my palms to cause friction between the rice and make sure that the rice is broken down into the tiniest bits. So you don't have to boil the rice or cook it to make a rice conditioner, because even if you boil or blend it, it will be so sticky that it won't even still get into your hair. Now you just have to knead the rice and make sure that the water is cloudy. Then when you put your hand in the water, your hand will not be visible. Once you get to that stage, you would know that your rice water is now ready. So once you achieve this milky consistency, it is now time to transfer it back into the jar, and make sure you wash the jar for the second time. And for this, you'll be needing a funnel, and you will also be needing a strainer. Yeah, so once your jar is washed and clean, you would need to pass the rice through the strainer and through the funnel to get into the jar. If you don't have a funnel, just go ahead and use whatever can help you to extract all of the water. Now, before you pour the water into the glass jar, make sure you stir it so that all the particles, all the goodness of the rice will come to the top of the water, and none will be resting in the water. Now, once you've done this, you just going to go ahead and transfer the rice water into your glass jar. So the strainer will make sure that there are no particles of the rice inside your rice water, because now that we have kneaded our rice, we have extracted all the goodness of the rice, so we do not need the rice anymore. So at this point, you can go ahead and cook the rice if you wish, or give it to your pets, but I don't really advise you to cook the rice because almost the goodness of the rice is now in the water. And so we're just going to get back the orange or clementine peel into the rice water, and also the rosemary, because we still need the goodness of those skin. Now, for you to know that you have a very good rice water, you will notice that the water is very, very cloudy, that the orange peel is not so visible except it comes close to the glass. That is when you know that you have a very rice water recipe. So you're going to allow this rice water to sit for 48 hours. If you're making it for your child, just allow it to sit for 48 hours. But if you're a mom that is making it for yourself, you allow it to sit for the next 5 days so that it will be very, very potent. But if you're making it for a child or your child, you don't need it to be that potent, because rice water can be very high in protein, and you don't need it to be so much potent for your children. Just make it a little bit mild and still active. So if you're making it for yourself, allow this sit for 5 days. Now, after 48 hours, this is what we have, because I am also making this for my kids. So I just allow this to sit for 48 hours, and then just go ahead and remove the citrus peel. At this point now, all the vitamins and antioxidants has been released into the rice water. And at this point now, your rice water is ready to use. Now, if you want it to be much more potent, you can go ahead and ferment even more, but I love to leave mine for 5 days maximum. So you can see that the rice water is very beautiful. It doesn't have any mold, it doesn't have any smell, it doesn't have any change of color aside the color that it got from the citrus, just a little bit of mild change of color because of the orange peel that we have in the rice water. So now I am going to use a strainer again, just in case I didn't catch a little bit of the rosemary or orange peel in the water. So I'm just going to place the strainer above a cup or a jar, and then strain out any remnant of the rosemary or rice that is in the glass jar. We are taking the second step because we don't want any rice residue to be on our hair. That is why we are straining it for the second time. So at this point now, just go ahead and decant the quantity you need. You can use the rice water directly from the cup, spray it on your hair, or pour it on your hair so that it penetrates right into your scalp or your baby's scalp. But for me, I like to transfer mine into a spray bottle like this. Now, this bottle will help the rice water to penetrate straight into my children's scalp or even into my scalp. So now just go ahead and transfer the potion you will be using for your hair or your kids' hair into the spray bottle, and for this you would need a funnel so that everything is channeled into the spray bottle, and you also need a strainer like this in case there are just little bit of rice particles you couldn't strain. Now if you fermented your rice water for 5 days or more, you just have to fill the bottle 3/4 ways and use a distilled room temperature water to fill it up. But if you just fermented your water for just 2 days, just fill everything up and you'll be fine. And after this, just go ahead and add a little bit of essential oil, and we are still using the coconut oil because that is what we have. If you have a lavender oil or you have any other kind of oil, just go ahead and add like 5 to 6 drops of the oil into your rice water, and your rice water is ready. Now the reason why I said you should mix your rice water with room temperature water is because after 5 to 7 days your rice water is extremely very potent, so you need to just mix it with a little bit of distilled water so as to make it milder. But if you soaked for just 4 to 8 hours, don't try to mix it with water. Okay, also for your essential oil, you can add tea tree oil, you can add peppermint oil, you can add any other kind of essential oil you can find around you. So after everything, just shake the rice water up and then your rice water is ready to use. Now, if you have remnants of the rice water and you just want to stop the fermentation process, just go ahead and transfer the remnants of the rice water you have into the refrigerator, and with that, the fermentation process stops. So the secret there is the longer you ferment your rice water, the more concentrated and beneficial nutrients you get out of it. So my suggestion is just to put it in a refrigerator so that it stops the fermentation process, and you can also transfer it into your jar once you want to use it. So that is my rice water now ready to use. As you can see, I am on low cut. I cut my hair because I was tired of braiding the hair, and now it is time to regrow the hair, and that is why this rice water becomes very, very important. So I just got my sister to spray the rice water on my hair and down to my scalp, because one benefit of this rice water is that it is not just beneficial to the hair alone but also to your scalp. So once I'm done spraying the rice water, I'm just going to walk the rice water all the way down into the scalp, because at this point the water will be dripping from the hair. So now let's get straight into the benefits or any other thing I might have missed in the video. Fermented rice water is naturally rich in amino acid, vitamins, minerals, and a carbohydrate called inositol, which helps to support hair growth, hair shaft, and reduce breakage. Now, many people use this as part of a healthy hair care routine because it helps to avoid breakage and it helps to give the hair smoother, shinier, and more manageable look over time. So once you're done working the rice water into your scalp, just cover your hair with a shower cap or a plastic bag and leave it on for about 20 to 25 minutes. And after that, just rinse it out thoroughly and continue with your usual hair care routine using your regular shampoo, conditioner, or moisturizer. Unlike what many people believe, you don't have to leave the rice water on your hair overnight. Many people who follow the Yao women rice water recipe, they rinse it out after a short period rather than leaving it on the hair for hours. For the best experience and results, use this consistently as part of your routine, and from 2 weeks to 1 month you will see amazing hair growth. If you enjoyed this video and you would like me to share more natural hair care recipe, scalp treatment, or do it yourself hair growth ideas, let me know in the comments below. I would love to make more videos like this if it is something you are interested in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell so that you never miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.